Hi, and welcome to this astrology forecast for December. We have already entered the last month of 2025, and there's a lot happening this month in a very beautiful way. So let's dive in. Okay, here we have the chart for December, and this is really the month of the return of the light, the return of love, and the thing that introduces the return of the light and the return of love is communication. And we see this at the full moon in Gemini on December 4. This is a perfect time to look at our internal communication. What kind of self talk do we have going on? And what kind of self communication can we declutter? Can we declutter our mind from negative self talk or maybe a lack of confidence, maybe insecurities? And this is really the time to bring that into the light and to think about it and to see what is it that you want to release about your thought processes. And then we have December 10. This is Neptune moving direct at the anaretic degree in Pisces, 29.22 Pisces. And the anaretic degree is always seen as the degree of fate, of karma, of the closing of a process, the closing down of a chapter. So when Neptune stations direct at this degree, it's kind of a karmic closure around spiritual things, spiritual themes in our life. This could be related to altruism, uh, to oneness, to feeling lost as a soul. And I think always the answer when Neptune is at a critical degree is grounding. And we are heading towards the Capricorn energy. So the grounding will come. We will have the opportunity to ground ourselves. But of course, there's a lot more going on because Neptune moving direct means that we are able to finally find some clarity in our spiritual perspectives, our spiritual ideas. And of course, this is something that many quantum healers can benefit from. So this is kind of the dissolving of old emotional wounds and to let go of the old emotions. Okay, let's continue. Then we have December 11, which is the last quarter moon in Virgo. This is already the beginning of the grounding process. And Virgo as a earth sign helps us to ground ourselves into reality and to check our spiritual beliefs, our um, more intuitive beliefs, if they match with the reality that we are living in. And so Virgo offers us a chance to be a little bit critical to whatever is going on in our life. And then we have December 12th, which is wonderful because Mercury will move into Sagittarius. Now, this is really the sign of the storyteller. Mercury in Sagittarius is all about storytelling, sharing our experiences, sharing our visions and our higher belief system. So Mercury in Sagittarius is often quite honest and is looking for the truth. So it could be that this is being reflected in our dream state. So it would be a good time to look at your dreams and to take notice of our dreams, because there's something about our inner vision and truth telling that may come to the surface. On December 16, we can see that Mars is moving into the sign of Capricorn. And Mars is showing how we deal with our energy, our physical energy, how we deal with assertiveness, and our courage. In Capricorn, it's quite stable. So this is really a time to find some discipline, some structure, some balance in how we deal with our energy. But usually this is quite a good planetary energy. So Then we get to the new moon in Sagittarius on December 20. And of course, a new moon is always about renewal, new energy, something that is showing the potential of things. And when it is in the sign of Sagittarius, of course, this is about spiritual adventures, but also adventures that are leading to finding our truth. And of course, I believe there is no such thing as one definite truth. We all have our own personal truth. However, we are living in a collective field, so there's always a collective truth as well. And it's always important to align our energy to that, to be partly focused on our personal truth, but also to be in line with the collective truth. So this is how we find our tribe. So it's also about trusting our belief system, or trusting our vision that we have on life. Sagittarius is always about the broader perspective on things. And then we get to December 21, which is, of course, the winter solstice. And this is the moment when the sun is moving into the sign of Capricorn. And this solstice marks the return of the light. Now, actually, the summer solstice shows where the energy of the sun is at its lowest. And this consists of 3 days. So from December 1, we have 3 days where the sun is at its lowest point, where the energy of the sun is quite weak, from a spiritual perspective, of course. And then after 3 days, the light is returning. And this is December 24, which is often an important date in many religions and cultures. And of course, in the Western cultures, it's related to Christmas Eve. Um, so it really is marking the return of the light. And I believe that when we look at the Bible, I think the sun is also representing Christ consciousness. And so the return of the light. Okay. And of course, there are many other traditions that are celebrating the return of the light. I always love to look at the old nature festivals. So not only midwinter, the winter solstice, but also the Jule festival in the Nordic countries, and which is also about celebrating the light. So this is also an invitation to celebrate the light in ourselves, and to connect our internal light with the collective light, with the cosmic light. Okay, so on December 25th, which is Christmas Day in many cultures, this is really an interesting day, because on this day, Venus is moving into the sign of Capricorn. Isn't that wonderful that the moment when the light is returning, it's also the return of love. So this is really a time for peace, for finding harmony, for celebrating love, for celebrating our relationships, not only with our lovers, but also with our family, our friends, our children, our parents, and just celebrate the love in the community that we are part of. So Venus is, I always find that Venus is quite stable in Capricorn. Capricorn as an earth sign also highlights the more sensual part of Venus, because this is showing what we need to enjoy life, to feel good about ourselves, to feel good about the earthly experience. So it's quite an energy of stability and to mature the relationship that we have. So it's about opening the heart. Isn't that wonderful? And then on December 27, which is the first quarter moon in Aries, this is kind of the moment of initiation. And I find it quite interesting because starting on December 24, we also have the 12 holy nights in some traditions. And the 12 holy nights is a time where during the day we can reflect on the, the 12 months that have passed and what we have experienced in the year that we are about to leave. But those 12 holy nights are wonderful to pay attention to our dream life, to our dream state, and to write down the dreams that we have, because they often reflect something that is important for the year ahead. And so in some cultures, they say that the 12 holy nights represent, each night represents 1 month of the coming year. And so I will be making a video about that on my own YouTube channel. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel if you are interested in these 12 holy nights, because they have this astrological component, of course, because 12 is not only a holy sign number, it's also very much related to the zodiac and to the planets that we are experiencing. So, and can you believe that this is already the end of this year? We are moving to a new year, and I will be making videos, of course, with the planetary energies for 2026. But for now, I want to thank you for watching these videos the last year and for supporting me and for supporting the quantum healing community. And I would like to invite you to visit the website quantumhealers.com and to have a look around to find one of those amazing practitioners that we have on our community. And thank you for now, and I hope to see you in the next year, either through this channel or through my own YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being with us.